As a human being who likes good things, naturally, I like music. The best part is, so does almost everyone else. But not all songs are judged the same. While some songs, yeah, they might be universally praised, some ones are, But it's not as cut and dry as that. Some people like what's seen as good, and some people like stuff that others may look at and say, bro, what is this that you be listening to? So you gotta keep it hidden. That's what I love headphones for. Until they sometimes,
come out.
So a couple of weeks ago, I was in math class, right? Just to set the scene, it was about 1:30, 6th period, third floor of the building. I don't know why that matters, but I guess it does. So we were just doing our daily packet, because for some reason in geometry we're assigned a packet a class, which is kind of ridiculous. It's like 5 pages. Well, maybe not 5 pages, but that's besides the point. So I was working on my packet, right? I was at my desk being a studious student, right? And I was bumping some MP3s, because if you know me in real life, you know I have a flip phone. I don't have time to explain why, but it's way better than a normal phone. I actually have it right here. It flips. So, I was bumping some MP3s, right? Suddenly the music stopped, like dead silent, because I had headphones in, obviously. So, I checked my phone and it started rapidly turning up in volume, and I was like, oh crap, and my headphones came out, and all of a sudden, all of the entire class hears, who's calling that phone?
Who's calling it?
Who's calling that phone?
Who's calling it?
That song Nokia by Drake. It was horrible. So I sat there for like a minute straight in dead silence as everyone stared at me as it came out of my phone. It was horrible. It's horrible. Thank goodness it was a normal song, because, bro, if something crazy came out, or even worse, something really explicit, at that point, I might as well move to Antarctica. I'm also down for some classic rock, but that's super boring. If I ask you what your favorite band is, and you tell me some BS like AC/DC, you're either 40 years old, rapidly gaining a mortgage to then a reverse mortgage in your 17th divorce, or you're as boring as cheese. And cheese is darn boring, man, I'd know. I'd rather you say something stupid like 100 gex. I mean, I can't actually judge, I've never heard any of your songs. But it's better than something like Metallica or, I don't know, Wu-Tang. Not to say that if something's popular, it's bad. All these groups I mentioned are important, it's just generic pick, that's all. And if you asked me where this quote-unquote weird music comes from, I'd probably point to the birth of the internet. And sure, these genres and songs could have come from somewhere before the internet, but this is where the stuff you'd think of as weird comes from. Like, have you heard any Nightcore songs? Or any of that emo music, I was shocked when I saw that my top song on Spotify was Teenagers by My Chemical Romance. To be fair, I only use Spotify for about like half the year. That's crazy. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Spotify, but the fact that like my top song is by MCR is insane, cause like I'm not even emo, bro. Either way, emo music usually like half the time comes from rock, or originally, it originates in rock. So you gotta deviate from that basic genre type of songs. Like, yes, I enjoy the Beatles, I love them, and I even made a whole video about them. 2 of their albums, in fact. Check it out. It's very mediocre, and I made some absolutely stupid takes. But who's similar to the Beatles and might get you more looks on the lunchroom? And that's right, Tally Hall. Doesn't help that their most popular song doesn't sound like almost anything else they've made. Yes, they have songs like Banana Man, but they also have a bunch of other stuff that goes absolutely crazy. Like, have you heard And, like the ampersand sign? Tracks, they could be totally socially acceptable in the right situations. Another good deviation of rock is the man, the myth, the legend, you know him but you probably don't, Lemon Demon. Now, he's been another bunch of stuff. His actual name is Neil Cicierega, but he's probably best known for his song Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny. It's just a bunch of pop culture figures fighting in a battle just to get beat by Mr. Rogers. It's a fine song, yeah.
But have you heard?
wonder. There is some true and utter peak in this catalog. Dude, Touch Tone Telephone got me feeling like I'm right smack dab in the middle of Gravity Falls, okay? Okay, we've been talking too much rock. Let's talk some breakcore, man. Ooh, some breakcore. That's how intense it is. It's moving my camera. Have you ever listened to that song by Tyler, the Creator, from his newest album, I'll Take Care of You? During the second half of the song, the breakcore drums come in and just gets me elevating, man. It's just tragic that the whole genre isn't mainstream yet. I'm hoping it will be eventually. But speaking of breakcore rap, I don't know why y'all aren't listening to Isbroki already. These flows are instramathematical. This is better than anything by Yeet, Cardi, or NBA Youngboy. It was so good, I had to make up a word. I'm gonna start saying instramathematical from now on. I just wanted him to try Femtanol. No, but seriously, the artist, fem like feminine, and like kind of like the drug. Whenever I tell people about her, they always think I'm crazy. Some of her songs got me pumped up to another dimension, dude. You kind of gotta get used to the sound, cause it's super chaotic, especially the first time you're listening to it. But when you do, man, Murder Everyone You Know has me ready to dunk on prime Michael Jordan. Bothered has me feeling like I'm Nicki Minaj on a shopping spree or something. Dude, just imagine, it's like, your grandpa walks in, he comes in the door, let's open this door. He opens the door, he says, "Oh, hello, Sonny, what are you listening to?" And you're over here listening to some like crazy fentanyl or something. And you just gotta turn and look at him and you say, "Oh, hi, Grandpa, I'm listening to Johnny Cash." If we're on the topic of electronic music, we can't ignore video game music, okay? We have to stop. I swear the people who say, "It's just beeps and boops," dude, they drive me absolutely crazy. I want you to hear some of these amazing video game songs. Let me just give you a couple examples real quick. That's just a few, like 3 of the millions of amazing songs composed for games that so many people are missing out on. Granted, video game music can be hit or miss, but so is every other type of music. Now we've had our divergent from rock, right? So now we need a divergent from video game music. Oh crap. The fan songs. Now this is probably the weirdest type of music that I love. Especially for Five Nights at Freddy's related stuff. But it's not just FNAF. It's other stuff like the Walton Files. You gotta listen to Terrified, man. You have to listen to it. Dude, could you imagine if this is what came out of my headphones in class instead of Nokia? Going like, piece by piece, there goes my marriage. And teacher's just up there is like, Maxwell, stop reading relatable lines about my marriage to me. Do you imagine that? You imagining that right now? Or this one Vocaloid song, Audit, that one's super good too. What? What's that? What's Vocaloid? You know what? Here we go. See that? That's Vocaloid. No, but seriously. So to put it in the simplest terms, you know when an artist uses a synthesizer? Or actually, to put it even simpler, have you ever used a digital piano? Okay, you got that note outline, right? You have the image in your head. Just replace those digital instruments with a digital voice. Give her funky hair and boom, that's your Vocaloid. Anyone can use the sound, instrument, or voice, whatever you want to call it, but you own the design and the name. And by the way, have y'all heard weirdcore music? Hold on. Need I say more? It's all about the community, you know? And who's got the best, most active music community? That's right, Deltarune fans. When you already have a bass song like this, and then you remix it and it sounds like this, you'll love to see it. Wouldn't that be funny if I just put no music there and it just went like this? Before we finish, we gotta talk about the Rocky and Creed soundtracks. I have to mention them because they are so freaking good, man. It's the punching, you know? The punching in the music. They probably punched the composers to make better music, even though it's just like one guy, until they switch it out for just like Survivor and Rocky 4. But that's not the point. I'm not just talking about Eye of the Tiger. I'm talking about every little song. Like songs like the Final Bell. Like when Rocky's getting up there, he just went, Adrian, you know, and it's going crazy. It's amazing. Or the Creed movies too, like J. Cole's crazy verse on the training montage for Creed 3. Amazing, ultimate pump-up song, you know? To summarize the whole thing, anyone can say a type of music is weird. I mean, I remember when well actually I don't remember because I wasn't alive, but back in the day when they hated rock and roll, they hated rap. I mean, they still kind of hate rap. You know, people didn't like metal. Still a lot of people don't like metal, kind of including myself. But anyone can say any type of music is weird. And to touch on that, I actually remember back in the day when I had an iPhone, there was this app, Airbuds. I'm sure you might know it, or you might have it if you're of the younger demographic as I am. And it would share what you're listening to with friends, and I thought it was fun at first, so I downloaded it and told my friends, hey, you guys should get this, you know, you should see it, and we could share what we're listening to. But after having the app for a while, I was like self-conscious about what I was listening to, so I wouldn't listen to some stuff that I used to listen to when people didn't know what I was listening to. As long as you're appreciating the beauty of music as a medium, that's all that really matters. You know, listen to what you want to listen to and listen to what's weird no matter what anyone says and love it. It's all about the love.